Greetings, I'm Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight 987, and welcome again to another edition of Rip from the Silverscreen. Tonight we're gonna do a little thing. We're gonna do a little something different. Tonight, we're gonna have ourselves. We're gonna talk about a horror comedy. Usually we talk about regular horror stuff here, but we're gonna switch gears and talk about a horror comedy that came out a few years back. This is mine and Dark Knight's review of the Marlon Wayans film A Haunted House. Now, this movie was directed by Michael Tids. It's produced by Marlon Wayans and Rick Alvarez. It was written by Marlon Wayans and Rick Alvarez. It stars Marlon Wayans, Essence Atkins, Cedric the Entertainer, Nick Swartzen, David Koechner, Dave Sheridan, and Affion Crockett. And as always, we're gonna go through the plot. We're gonna go through the plot, and then after that, we're gonna talk about the movie itself and give our thoughts about it and all that good stuff. So here we go. In August 2012, a young couple, Malcolm and Keisha, move in together. As Keisha arrives, she accidentally kills Shiloh, Malcolm's dog, by running him over with her car. Oh my god. Man. On the first night, Malcolm is constantly awoken with Keisha farting loudly that eventually drives him out of the room. The next morning, when Keisha notices her keys on the floor, she tells Malcolm they might have a ghost. To prove to her wrong, Malcolm has the security cameras installed by Dan the security man and his brother Bobby. Malcolm tries to have sex with the camera on, but Keisha tells him to turn it off. Before they really start, Malcolm turns the camera back on and records everything. In the morning, Malcolm and Keisha watch the video and notice the door moved. Malcolm suggests it was caused by his lovemaking. Right. The next night, Malcolm notices the paranormal activity and tries to move out of the house and leave Keisha. Fucking asshole. Since he can't sell his house in the current market, they hire Chip, a psychic, to investigate. Chip immediately falls in love with Before Chip can leave, after finding nothing wrong, Keisha confesses to making a deal with the devil for a pair of shoes. Ugh. Chip tells Keisha she is screwed and invites Malcolm to join his wrestling group. After Chip leaves, Keisha shows Malcolm a video of her 8th birthday, in which she began to experience paranormal activity by her imaginary friend, Tony. The next night, Keisha gets out of bed in the middle of the night, stands by the bed for several hours, and begins to dance. Malcolm wakes up and follows Keisha to the kitchen, where he catches her eating uncooked food and drinking old milk. Ugh. She screams crazily when Malcolm restrains her. In the morning, Keisha remembers nothing. On another night, Keisha urges Malcolm to investigate a noise, but it turns out to be Rosa, his Hispanic housekeeper. Rosa quits, and Malcolm and Keisha smoke marijuana with the ghost to relieve their pain. The next day, Malcolm's friend Steve and his girlfriend Jenny bring over a Ouija board. Oh god, here we go again. To communicate with the ghost. When it misspells ghost as ghost, they all laugh at it, and it throws the Ouija board across the room, scaring Jenny and Steve out of the house. That night, the ghost drags Malcolm out of bed and has sex with Keisha. When Malcolm finds out, he calls his cousin Ray Ray, who immediately flees when he sees the ghost's power. That same night, Keisha waits for the ghost until it gets late and leaves. After Keisha leaves, the ghost rapes Malcolm. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through this damn plot without laughing my ass off. Well, anyway, Malcolm and Keisha anger the ghost by ignoring it. So it attacks Keisha in the night while Malcolm listens to music. through headphones on his computer. In the morning, Malcolm notices something is wrong with Keisha and calls Father Doug to do an exorcism. When it does not work, Malcolm calls Dan and Bobby to help. Chip also rushes into the house to help. During the exorcism, Keisha escapes into the living room before Malcolm and Doug find her. Doug accidentally shoots and kills Rosa. Oh, God, man. Who had come to pick up her last check. When they all meet in the living room, Keisha behaves very strangely and flees to the basement. The group follows and finds her crying in a corner. When Malcolm reaches for her, she attacks him, and the whole group beats her up, apparently forcing the ghost out of her body. The next night, Malcolm and Keisha have sex with the camera on for about 3 hours. In the middle of the night, Keisha wakes up and stands next to the bed for a few hours before walking out of the room and making a big crash and screaming Malcolm's name. When Malcolm comes out of his room, Keisha throws him back and he hits the camera, knocking him out. When Keisha enters the room, her shirt is bloody. She crawls to Malcolm and sniffs his body until he farts in her face. As Keisha lunges at the camera, her face takes on a demonic appearance. Wow, I wonder where they got that from.
Yeah.
Malcolm wakes up telling everyone he survived, and Keisha is behind him making him scream, thus ending this crazy ass goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Haunted house. So, yeah, so let's talk about this for a second. I've seen this one, and I've seen the second one, and we'll get to the second one another day. And I think that both of these movies are fucking hilarious and funny as shit. But what did you think? What did you think of A Haunted House, man?
Fucking stop laughing. Stop laughing. It was so fucking hilarious. I mean, even reading the plot makes me laugh. I don't know what to tell you, man, but it was funny, and it's basically the comedy version of Paranormal Activity. That's where all this is. You get the picture out there.
Yeah. It's basically a parody of Paranormal Activity and the Devil and the movie The Devil Inside, which next year I will talk about that movie. That movie's creepy as fuck. I will talk about that movie next year. It's not just that one. I'm gonna also talk about. There's another one that I'm gonna talk about too that has something to do with devil shit. So we'll get into those next year. But as far as everything else goes, this movie's hilarious. I don't know what fucking people were. I don't know what critics were smoking when they said that this movie sucked. It reminds me so much of the scary movie films. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which we'll get to sometime soon too. We'll get to those films sometime too, because they're funny as fuck too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think me and Knight would agree. This movie deserves 10 out of 10. This shit was funny. This shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck who the fuck says it was not. This shit this shit was hilarious. And you got these what did you think of the movie, man? Like what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I can agree with Brent there that without a doubt it was the most funniest movie ever. I watched again if I wanted to. And if you guys haven't seen this, you want to laugh your ass off, well then I highly recommend. I'm sure Grim recommended it too. If you want to get you want to laugh your ass off or something, watch this. So
Yes, I do. Yeah. I do recommend this movie. Not to mention, don't watch just this one. Watch the second one too, because the second one's funny. Because the second one's really hilarious. I probably should do the second one sometime soon too. Maybe I might do a back in time review for the second one. I don't know. We'll see. Or I might wait till next year to do the second one. But Uh, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this movie was hilarious. This movie's funny. I do not care what the critics say. Um, I think both movies were hilarious and funny. But yeah, I would give this a 10 out of 10, just like I said. Uh, here in a little bit, we're going to talk about another film, another classic film, horror film. So, okay, I want to get into the discussion about Ouija boards, real quick, before we go. Yesterday, or the other day, when I last did ripped from the Silverscreen, I did a review for me and Knight did our review for Paranormal Activity, which is which this parodies, and this is what gets me. People are so stupid to bring Ouija boards into the mix.
Yeah.
Ouija boards. Are you fucking serious? That you're gonna be that dumb and that stupid to bring something like that to you're see, here's the thing that you're doing, and I'm pretty sure Knight agrees. You're making things worse, you fucking idiot. You're making things worse. When you bring a Ouija board, you're just asking for trouble. You're just asking for shit to happen to you.
Oh, definitely.
And it's stupid. Stop bringing those fucking boards. Stop getting involved. Stop with that shit, man. It's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Cause you're opening up a door that you cannot close. That's something. Cause I know from experience. I know from experience about paranormal shit. You know what I mean? So I just think that, and you guys are probably gonna say, "Oh, Grim, you're full of shit," and blah blah. There's no such thing as ghosts. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. But anyway, I digress. What do you? Okay, what's your thoughts on that? The Ouija board
stuff,
shit.
You know, that's the old school, horror thing about communicating with. And I've seen this kind of thing before, where these people who study ghosts and stuff, they use the Ouija board to communicate, and they answer the question, "Are you this?" And they were supposed to move by itself and give the answers. I've seen what that Ouija board is. I know what that's about. I mean, come on, man.
It brings demonic presence. It brings demonic shit. It doesn't. It's not. It's not like it. See, in real life, it's not how it is in the movies at all. It brings real demonic shit. So don't sit there and say, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna get to see somebody I love." No, you're not. When you open a door like that, you're asking for trouble. Period. You're asking for fucking trouble. And it's not good. It's not good. Stop with the Ouija board shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's all. Just want to throw a little rant about that on there. Because I'm so sick and tired in movies. Especially horror movies that deal with the supernatural. People want to be stupid and bring Ouija boards involved. Get Ouija boards involved. You know what I mean? That's what bad shit. That bad shit is gonna fuck you up. But anyway, I digress. But let me know in the comment section down below what y'all guys thought of a haunted house. If you guys think it sucked, tell us why. If you guys think it was good, tell us why. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me and Night for right now. Coming up next, we're gonna give you guys our review for Stephen King's The Shining, another ghost story. So here we go. Yeah, I'm Instagram Found 2 or Dark 9987, and I will see you all in the afterlife. Peace.